Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel, Adventures in America. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, we are going to discuss But before we get started, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers.
Eligible passengers are currently allowed in the Philippines. Please remember that the Philippines is not yet open for international tourism, and foreign tourists are not yet allowed entry in the Philippines. It doesn't matter if you are fully vaccinated, or it doesn't matter if you are coming from a green lane country. Please also remember that the visa on arrival for foreign tourists are suspended since March of 2020. Now, based on the latest resolution from the Interagency Task Force, there are now new quarantine and testing protocols for eligible passengers, providing for the new list of green lane countries and the proof of vaccination for eligible passengers. There are new list of countries included in the green lane. Here are the list of countries. Now, there are strict protocols regarding no quarantine requirements for those eligible passengers coming from green lane countries. First, you must be in a green lane country in the last 14 days. And second, your vaccination must be verified, and this is really important. Now, if you meet these two requirements, you will not be required to quarantine as long as you are fully vaccinated. Please remember the definition of a fully vaccinated individual. Based on the information from the Interagency Task Force, there are two classifications of passengers. First are the eligible foreign nationals, including former Filipinos. You actually have one option if you wanted to avail of the no quarantine protocol requirement. Former Filipinos are those who are naturalized in a foreign country and have lost their Philippine citizenship, but they are qualified to travel in the Philippines by virtue of the Balikbayan visa. For all eligible foreign nationals and former Filipinos, you must have a negative COVID test 72 hours before departure or prior to departure. And upon arrival, there will be no facility-based quarantine and self-monitor only for symptoms. Another set of passengers are Filipinos or dual citizens or overseas Filipino workers. You actually have two options. The first option is to have a facility-based quarantine until the release of your negative COVID test. And the second option is by taking a negative COVID test or RT-PCR test 72 hours prior to departure. No facility-based quarantine, but you will also self-monitor for symptoms. Another set of passengers are those coming from a green lane country, but you are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or your vaccination cannot be verified, or there was no 72 hours test before arrival. You must pre-book a hotel for at least 6 days, but you will have a facility-based quarantine in a hotel for 5 days. You will be tested on your 5th day of arrival. Now, there are different set of rules for unvaccinated minor children traveling with vaccinated adults coming from green lane countries. You must also pre-book a hotel for 6 days but stay in a hotel for 5 days. The rule is that unvaccinated or partially vaccinated children traveling with their fully vaccinated parents shall be required to observe the quarantine protocols corresponding to their vaccination status. Now, if you are not coming from a green lane country, automatically, by definition, all other countries not included in the green list will be included in the yellow list. There are also separate protocols. So most Western countries, such as Canada or US, they are included in the yellow list countries. Now, here are the protocols for the vaccinated eligible passengers. First, you must have a pre-booked hotel of 6 days, but you will stay in a hotel for 5 days. Testing will be done on the 5th day. Now, you must also do a home quarantine for 5 days. Now, if you are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or vaccination cannot be verified, you must pre-book a hotel for at least 8 days, but you will have to quarantine for 7 days. Your test will come on the 7th day of your arrival. Now, you don't need a pre-departure negative test before coming to the Philippines, but you must have your pre-booked hotel of 8 days. You must also home quarantine for 7 days. Now, let's go over the new red list country. Now, there are 2 countries in the red list, Faroe Islands and Netherlands, starting November 16 to November 30, so you will be barred entry if you're coming here in the last 14 days. Except if you are coming as a transit passenger or an OFW based on repatriation efforts of the government. Now, let's go over the proof of vaccination for eligible passengers. This is important for purposes of the no quarantine requirement. For overseas Filipino workers and their spouse, parents, or children traveling with them vaccinated in the Philippines or abroad, the proof of vaccination that will be acceptable will be the digital or physical vaccination certificate of the foreign government where they were vaccinated without the need for the reciprocity agreement. Now, for non-overseas Filipino workers vaccinated in the country or abroad, or foreigners vaccinated in the Philippines, these are the acceptable proof of vaccination. VaxCert Digital Vaccination Certificate or Bureau of Quarantine World Health Organization issued ICV, or the National or State Digital Certificate of the foreign government where they were vaccinated, which has accepted VaxCert under a reciprocal agreement. Now, for foreign nationals vaccinated abroad, World Health Organization issued ICV or National or State Digital Certificate of the foreign government, which has accepted VaxCert PH under a reciprocity agreement. Now, here are the entry requirements for all eligible passengers. First, 72-hour negative test prior to arrival in the Philippines if you are fully vaccinated or coming from a green lane country. And second, foreign nationals, including former Filipinos, must pre-book a hotel quarantine depending if you are coming from a green lane country or yellow list country. You must also register through the Onehealthpass and fill out the Traze App for contact tracing. In addition, you must also register for the ECIF for COVID testing, PADLAB for foreign airline passengers, and PAL ECIF for Philippine airline passengers. For overseas Filipino workers, you must register through the Red Cross for COVID testing. Also, you must wear a face mask and a face shield. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. And if you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you recently traveled in the Philippines, please share your travel experience. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.